Hi, everybody. Welcome to the guy, the girl, and me. And I got to pick the movie this week, so I went with the absolute classic. I think it's like Ben-Hur, The Ten Commandments, and then, of course, Legally Blonde. Okay, so let's start with, how about we'll start with the guy, because I fear it was probably pretty challenging for you. So, Steve, take it away.
Sure. Yeah. No. My eyes definitely rolled when I was told that we'd be viewing this, but I got to be honest. Legally Blonde is an exceptional film. It is kind of a rope-a-dope film, if you will. You think you're sitting and you're going to be watching a chick flick, but it's not.
I'll drink to that.
Right? And I have to give my wife credit for this. She said the same way that Pixar films make movies that kids can watch and then the adults enjoy, Legally Blonde is like a Pixar film for husbands and boyfriends. You think it's going to be a chick flick, but it's actually a really enjoyable film that is got a great message, right? Don't judge a book by its cover.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And talking about how women, beautiful women, are viewed and taken advantage of in the workplace, right? Mm-hmm. And it's like, hey, just because I'm an attractive woman doesn't mean that's this is for sale. So listen, there's parts of it that I'm like, what is this? My only little problems with it, I only have a couple problems. One is, lawyers don't look like Luke Wilson. They look like F. Lee Bailey. Okay, so that was like, come on, how many lawyers have you met that look like Luke Wilson? Right? That's the first thing. Let's be honest. Second, this movie is kind of like if A Few Good Men had sex with Clueless, it would give birth to Legally Blonde, and then you'd pour rosé on it, and it would be perfect for that, right?
And you got to admit, Steve, it's almost like Pee Wee Herman's Playhouse for gays, don't you think? It's
it is. It really is. It's a chick flick, but bros can get down on it for sure.
Well, aren't you glad you don't have to pay child support every time you masturbate?
Yes, thank God for her and that. When she makes that point. God.
I know, right?
But yeah, good choice. It was good.
I'm glad.
I liked it. Mm-hmm.
All right, Emily, take it away.
Okay, so I have always loved this film, but I needed to rewatch it because I hadn't watched it in a long time. And since my husband is laid up and he's in front of the TV, I was going to make him watch it, and he did not want to watch it. And I told him, he made me sit through The Fanatic with John Travolta, so he was going to sit through Legally Blonde. And he fought me. He fought me in the beginning, and by the end, he was cheering her on. That's the kind of film this is. Steve's right. It appeals to everybody. Yeah, it does seem like it's only a chick flick in the beginning, but she gets you. She gets you. When we get to pie chart, I would like a lot of the pie. I think the costumes are amazing. It's a time capsule for this time period. All of the low-waisted jeans, the tube tops.
2000.
Oh my God. And this was during the time that I could wear a tube top and look presentable.
Me too.
So I was really glad. I'm really glad you let us watch this. It was really nostalgic for me. I think it might be the perfect chick flick and a great date movie that more guys should agree to watch on a first date because they will get laid.
Yeah.
They'll get laid?
Yes.
Yeah. My favorite thing is every time I quote from the Bible, AKA Men's Health magazine, because to me that's the gay go-to magazine or whatever. And I love that she called the Bible Cosmo. So for the chicks, it's Cosmo. For the gays, it's whatchamacallit. I'll tell you when I started to really feel for her and saw this switch, if you will, is when she went to the costume party dressed as the Playboy bunny.
Oh.
And at first, when she says to Selma Blair's bitch character, she says, well, when I dress up as a bitch, I try not to look so constipated. You go, girl. This was definitely a good line.
I think that people underestimate the acting in this movie, and my stomach turned when she walked in and was in that outfit and no one else was, because I know that feeling of being over or underdressed, and I can't imagine being in a costume, and you feel it and you see her trying to turn it around. You see Reese with,
she owns it.
She owns it, but you see that very human moment, and I think that like people underestimate the acting in this film, and that's a really good scene that shows that she's a great actor, and she makes that character human.
Yeah, I always have said that as well, that if you walk in someplace and you're underdressed or overdressed, if you own it, you can pull it off because nobody knows but you, and they think you actually dress like that. I think owning dress as a Playboy bunny was a little bit of a stretch. So you're right. She carried it off. I would have like left in tears or whatever. But okay, the few little like gay things or whatever. Okay, I mean the fact that the savior go-to is always the manicure pedicure place. It's like when life gets you down, just get a manicure and a pedicure. That's pretty gay. The best line I thought is, for me anyways, my personality is when she tells her mother that she wants to go to Harvard, and her mother goes, "Don't go to Harvard, take a Percocet." That was like the best advice. So yeah, I think I would say that this is quite a bit of a drag queen's wet dream. I mean, Malibu Barbie, what more could you want? So, but you are right. At the end of the day, she pulls you in, you feel for her, it was, they really, everybody, I loved how all the characters came around, and the only one that got shafted at the end was the dildo that said, I need to marry a Jackie, not a Marilyn or whatever, because, and when she said, if I'm going to make a partner by 30, I can't tie myself down with a bonehead, I was like, yeah, you go, whatever, so. Pie chart, because I don't know about this. I thought it was going to be half mine, but I see now that I might have to give up a little bit.
I guess, Steve, how much do you want any? How much would you like? Because I think Eric and I might want to split. We would split it 50-50, but I feel like maybe you actually want to take some.
Yeah.
Well, the reason I'd want to take some is because whether it's a chick flick or a gay film, it's a smart movie and it's well done. It's well acted. The writing is well done. It's funny, and it's very tongue-in-cheek. You're in on the joke with everybody. Nobody, you're all in on the joke. Everybody, they're not really making fun of, blonde, ditzy, sorority chicks, but they are. But they're making fun and saying, hey, listen, again, don't judge this book. She might just be into Cosmo and everything, but she could be a lawyer. She could be, I don't know. So I'll take, 10%, I guess. That way you guys get a majority. I wanted to take 25% because I figured a quarter of it.
Take it. You can have 25.
Yeah, vote for Al.
My wife says, hey, do you want to watch Legally Blonde or any of the other fucking movies we watched this year? I'm taking Legally Blonde. You know what I mean? So
that says a lot. So, all right. So we've got 25 for Steve, and we will split the other between us.
75.
Somebody will do the math.
Yeah, nobody knows what that is.
So like
2 into 7.
35,
33
and a half.
30. Okay. Yeah, something. 30 something and a half for each of us. I think
have
that's
blonde
great.
roots. I don't know what your problem is.
It's gray. There's gray. Is that considered a shade of blonde? I don't know.
It could be.
Yeah. Well, this was a good one. Thanks for choosing it, Eric.
All right, great, guys. I guess, so we're doing the Commando next week, right? Or next episode, I guess?
Yes, we are.
All right. Well, if you like
It
it,
sounds like a machine gun over there.
share it.
Share it, guys.
Commando, coming up next.
See you guys later.